so addicted to energy drinks, it's ridiculous. Anyways, fun fact, as you guys have seen, I drive a Tesla. So my Tesla is a Model 3. It's like a small little car. Obviously, it doesn't fit an ATM. So that's why I have this thing here. I already loaded up the dolly, right? Because technically my car doesn't fit an ATM, right? So whenever I have to move an ATM, I actually go and get my mom's car. Technically, it's my car, but I gave it to her. So fun fact as well, I gifted my mom this car. So I pay for her payments. And one of the things that my mom, like most people don't really know about my mom, is that when I first started the whole like ATM business, she was actually the first person to give me money to start the ATM business. When I first started out with like just 4 machines, she gave me, I don't even remember how much it was. It was anywhere from like 7, maybe 5, 10 grand around there. I told her I had like this idea, and like it was during that time with me and my mom were just kind of like fixing our relationship of like being like really good like son and mother. So like we didn't have the best relationships growing up. So when I brought her the idea, I was like, damn, like I don't even know what to say. Like it was crazy how she even said yes, and she believed in me. And you know, a couple years later, like now we have over 50 ATMs. I don't make a lot of money from the ATMs. It just does pay the bills, and one of the bills being this car. I know when we first started, like in the beginning, and I got it up to like 8 machines. I had that unicorn that was bringing in good cash, and during that time, my mom was all like, well, like I want to buy a new car, like I don't want a used car no more, like I deserve a new car, blah 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 blah, all this stuff, right? And obviously, like when it comes to like financial stuff, like there's good decisions, there's bad decisions. Buying a brand new car is one of the worst decisions you can possibly make, and I can guess how much someone's income just based on like what they do for a living. So I did the math during that time, and I'm like, dude, I know how much my mom makes. If you take on a payment for a brand new car, like, dude, you're gonna be living like close to paycheck with like no money left over. So it was during that time where the ATMs were kind of doing really well, and I'm like, you know what, like, and I was doing really well in sales, and like things were consistent at that time, and I'm like, you know what, like, let me just gift it to her. So we went to the dealership, let her pick whatever car she wanted, and she wanted this one. Originally she wanted like a Toyota Rav, and then she wanted this one, and she got the one with the bells and whistles and all that stuff. So it's like not even the regular CRV type of shit. So like if you tell her, you know what I said. I'm just kidding. I love my mom. But yeah, at the end of the day, like I also thought about it, like, yeah, I'm gifting my mom a car, but I also need a car for the ATM, so like it's a write-off. So like if the IRS is watching, like you're seeing me, I'm using the car for this business, so it's also a write-off for me. So like, yeah, I honestly just pay for the car using the ATM money. So like it's technically under both of our names, but like whenever I want it, she lets me borrow it. At the end of the day, it's like what pays the bills, and this is one of the bills that it helps pay. And dude, it was a good car. My mom rarely uses it, so like it's a brand new freaking car, so like it works out for everybody. So during my ATM moves, whenever I had to move an ATM, yeah, you have to use a bigger car. If you're looking for a car, wondering how much a car space you need, dude, like a Honda CRV is perfect. I think a Model Y would be perfect. Trucks are obviously perfect. Vans are obviously perfect. So anything like in a mid-size like sedan, like I mean mid-size van. I've even seen like a mid-size sedan, like coupe type of thing, like work. You don't need so much space, but like in a regular like most regular cars, like the Corolla, the Accord, it's not gonna work. But like this is pretty much all you need. So I just got to church, dude. It's been a long time since I've been back here. I think not really a long time. I was here like 3 weeks ago, but I was supposed to like come every single freaking week. But like I said, I've been being a degen for the last 2-3 weeks, and I'm like, okay, cool. You gotta chill. And I'm all like, all right, I gotta go back to church, and I'm all like, might as well just come because it's like right next to the machine I gotta pick up anyways. So like, I'm a believer in God. Like, I don't know, anyone can believe whatever it is that they want. I don't care what religion you believe in, like to each their own. Personally, from what I think is, they're all the same exact same thing. You guys all believe in a God or like a higher power. Atheist people, I don't even know what's up with them. I used to be an atheist for a really, really long time. Just because I used to hate my life, and like everything that like my life brought to me was just kind of sucky, until I stopped doing bad things and I started doing good things and started working on myself, and things started to be better for me. Um, and I don't know, like I personally like to believe in magic, and I personally like to believe in miracles, and it's just the only reason I like to believe that is because it just makes life more interesting than everything's just it is what it is, and like that's kind of boring, and I'd rather not live a boring life. So that's why I kind of believe in God. Plus, one of the main reasons I believe in God and like why I truly I don't really follow even the church that I go to. Like I identify as like Christian, you know, like even like Christian Catholic because I grew up Catholic, right? But like I like pretty much a little bit about every single religion. I kind of just believe in like whatever I want to believe in regards of like how I live my life is just do good things and good things will happen to you. Like we all consciously know what our bad things are and what we shouldn't be doing. But the biggest turn for me, because I'm a degen, right, and I like to gamble. Your life is the biggest gamble that you're gonna take, right? And we all know that we're all gonna die one day. So at the end of the day, no one knows the right answer on who's right about religion and who's wrong. No one freaking knows, right? We're all kind of just guessing and gambling. But at the end of the freaking day, we're all gonna find out. We're all gonna find out who was right. Whether after we die, we just blah, and like we're just dirt, and or like blah, and our spirit goes to like Mars, or like blah, and we go to like this heavenly place that's all like goody two shoes and like freaking amazing, and I get to fly and eat burgers and not get fat every single day. That's my heaven. No one really knows, but when we do die, we're gonna find out. And when we find out, it's either going to go two ways, right? Where there is a heaven and there's a hell, or we're just dirt. Or because we didn't believe, we're going to be sent to like hell. Think about like a roulette table, right? It's either you put it on red or you put it on black, knowing that red has these consequences and black has these consequences, right? Like, say if you don't believe, right? What do you believe then? You believe that we're just gonna be black dirt and like you're dead? Like, is that how sad you think your life is? Where like, bro, this life is really freaking cool, and you think after all of this, like, you just blah and go to the dirt? Like, I don't understand that. Or like blah and I get to eat burgers and have a six pack because this is heaven and I get to do whatever I want. I'd rather believe that because that is much more cooler. Plus the gamble on like whether I believe or not, and this is the consequence, I'd rather take that. Like people don't understand, like, why not just choose that? Like it's a better gamble. Like I'd rather like put my money on this red ticket than this ticket because this one sounds boring. But that's just me, and this is just me being also like very funny because like honestly I could care less. Like you believe whatever it is that you want to believe. I'm gonna take a gamble on the fact that my heaven, I can eat burgers, have a six pack, and do whatever I want and possibly fly. But that's cool.
Generous people have a world that keeps expanding. Stingy people have a world that keeps contracting. If you find yourself having less and less and less in the things that matter, I can tell you it's a reflection of your relationship to abundance or limitation. If you have a limited resource view, there's not enough for everyone. Here's one way of knowing whether you actually have a limited resource view. Do you feel envious when someone else succeeds? Can you celebrate when someone else wins? See, people who have a limited resource view of reality, they feel that something has been taken from them.
Woo! So we just got out of church. I love this church, dude. It's so sad that the church is gonna have to move because I don't know what happened, but my church is leaving. I was just getting comfortable, dude. But I like that church. That church, the reason I found that church is because of my friend, and he ditched me, and like now I go by myself. But every single time I go there, I meet someone new. Like today I met someone new. Forgot his name already. But church is moving. It's moving a little closer to me, so it's a lot better for me. But the reason I like this church or going to church, just because it's kind of like motivational, like talks, if you really think about it. Like, yeah, I guess it's like a Christian church, things like that, but the church that I go to is a little bit more modern, and the pastor there, he's very business minded, right? And that's what I love about it, is that the pastor really very business minded. He kind of motivates you while he's like reading the scripture, things like that. So that's the reason why I've been sticking around to this church, and why I'll probably stick around for a while is because I like the pastor and how he preaches, just because it's relatable to me. Plus, there's a lot of young people where I'm at, because I live in Burbank, and Burbank is known for like just families, and like it's peaceful and it's clean, but it's not the same when you're around like people my age. And when I go there, like I was telling the guy today, I'm like, in Burbank there's nothing but like old people and families, and I feel like I'm like the youngest person there, also the loudest person there. But when I go to church over here in Hollywood, I'm like the youngest person. I'm like, I'm around my people. I want to say the youngest, but I'm around my people, you know. I'm around young people, which makes me feel so energetic, so like moving. And like every single time I come out of church, like I feel so like living, and like I just want to get shit done. But I'm on my way already to Ventura. I picked up the ATM. You probably see it in the back. So I picked up the ATM. I'll tell you guys how I found this ATM. It was really, really cheap, but I got a whole ass hour drive out there. I'm really hoping this location actually freaking performs, because if it doesn't, I'm gonna be pissed. So I had to come and get paper, because the machine that I forgot there's like water inside there, so it's like all yellow, and I ran out of like paper, and I don't mean toilet paper. Maybe I should put toilet paper in there, but no, I need thermal paper. So the ATM has like thermal paper that shoots out receipts. Normally I order it like through this website called ATM Partmart, but I'm already like an hour away from like the store, and like I'm already in Ventura, and I was gonna just go ahead and just tell the guy like, hey, you know what, like I'll come back next week and I'll put in paper next week. But I don't want to leave that as my first impression, because it's kind of bad for business. So I'm kind of rolling on the dice on the fact that I'm gonna find it here in like Office Depot. I mean, it's Office Depot, it's like an office stuff, right? They have like paper somewhere. No, like I'm just gonna like walk around the whole store and look for like ATM paper. Like that's not even what you call it. Like I was googling and searching on ChatGPT, like is it like ATM paper? Like no, it's called thermal paper for the Gin Mega. It's like 2 1/4 inch paper. I don't know if it's like I can get whatever size, just because if I close the machine, it might not, oh, paper. If I close the machine and the paper's too big, I don't know if it's gonna fit. I know the size that they sell at the ATM partner is like 2/4 and like 47 inches. I bought one before with like 50 inch, like I think it's like 50 inches long. And then the ones they sell here are kind of like the same size, so I think it's gonna be fine, but I don't know. Where is it at? Yeah, I don't really see. They have like big old freaking regular paper, regular people paper, like regular printer paper, but like I need thermal paper. Can I just cut that up and like put it into like the machine, or should I just like save myself some time and like ask? Honestly, I kind of got here early. The ATM owner of the ATM location owner wants me to get there like at 2:33, just because he wants to like meet me and like see me set up and all this extra stuff. Just kind of, I'm like, bro, I don't really need you, but like, sure, you can go ahead and like wait for me. So I'm killing time. I'm down the street of the whole location anyway, so yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find paper here unless I can ask. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Do you know where thermal paper is at?
Yeah, all the way in the back where it says office cycle.
Thank you. See, I just had to ask. Like, sometimes I just like getting lost, because it's kind of fun just looking at shit sometimes, like window shopping. But like, if you want to just get like answers, direct answers, just ask, bro. Like, if you ask, it's like simple, easy. Like, they're gonna tell you where it's at. And that's like the whole entire thing of like, bro, ask and you'll get the answers that you want. So technically, I found it. It's this one, but I have a little dilemma. So according to ChatGPT, that over there was not the right paper, the one that's 1 ply. It has to be thermal. I almost bought the wrong paper. Those look thicker. But this will fit because it is thermal. It's the right size and everything. But normally the rolls that I buy, they're like super, super huge. This is like almost nothing. So like it'll run out fairly quickly, especially if you're doing transactions. So I'm like thinking to myself, do I really want to buy this, considering the fact that I'm gonna buy a packet soon and I really only just need one, but they don't sell just one. And I'm like, bro, I just need one. Or do I want to just carry these for emergencies, considering the fact that, but do I want to spend $33 on a packet when I'm gonna spend another $50 on a whole nother packet? Or can I just tell this guy, like, I'll just come back another day and refill it? So I'm trying to figure this out, what to do. I think I'm not gonna spend this money, and I'm just gonna order the right one, because I'm gonna spend half already on things that, yeah, I can possibly use every now and then, but like how much am I gonna go through in order for me to like refill them all over again? Like, it doesn't make sense for me. Like, this probably lasts me like maybe a couple months. I mean, yeah, it'll probably last me a couple months. You never know. Like, I could always just do that and then just put them in there and just wait until like see what happens, huh? And then just keep some for like emergencies, because they're kind of easy to like just store and stuff. But I said fuck it, let's just take it, huh? Let's just take it. It is what it is. We'll just try to get rid of these first before anything. Like, $33, bro. Like, in 3 months, hopefully it goes like, hopefully like it goes through the whole entire thing and I'm chilling. There's like 2 machines actually that need paper anyway, so I might as well start like using these things. Bro, I'm fucking done. I'm freaking done. I'm over it. I'm freaking tired. I'm over it. I'm over it. I'm over it. What did I tell you? Every single freaking time, dude. Every single time I'm installing a new ATM, and this is why I hate installing ATMs, but it is part of the job, but whatever. Something always freaking happens, bro. Dude, honestly, to this point, I think getting the ATM and loading it on the car and getting it out of the car and getting it to the location is the easiest part of it all. Like, that's the easiest. And I thought that was going to be the hardest part when I first got into doing all this. Tell me why 2 things. It's not just one thing, it's 2 things. Location's great, owner's great, talk with the owner, cool guy. I think that location's going to be a rock star. And that's why I'm so upset that I didn't even get to start it today. Like, bro. First off, tell me why. So I ordered like this little, it's called like a little DPL, which is like a little wireless box that you're supposed to use in order for your ATM to like be connected to like Wi-Fi or LTE, right? So then they could process these transactions, right? Well, I ordered mine with my person and it's still in shipping. So like I told one of my friends, like, hey, can I borrow one if you have an extra one? Like, I just need one for like right now. I'll probably return it within like the next 3 days. Like, don't worry about it. It's coming. I already ordered it. Like, it's coming. I just need one so I can install it. That way when I get my own, I could just like swap it off and we're good to go. I picked it up yesterday, right? I went to go pick up that freaking part and his worker was there. Tell me why this freaking guy forgot to give me the antennas for this thing. So even if I got it working today, right, I wasn't even gonna be able to connect it. So I was like, okay, cool, like whatever, I forgot the antennas, let's do backup plan B. Plan B is like go back to Staples or Office Depot and I'll go buy a Wi-Fi adapter. Cool, I'll connect it on Wi-Fi. I'm sure they have Wi-Fi here. We'll be good. Bada bing, bada boom, done. Right? I have some ATMs with Wi-Fi, no problem. So I'm like, yeah, my shit comes in a couple days. Like, it's not a problem. Even if it's just the antennas, I think I have 2 extra antennas at home. I really think I do. If I have those extra antennas at home, easy, no problem. I can solve this issue like this. Tell me why, right? And this is why if you're gonna buy used ATMs, one of the biggest things that you have to
the voice prompt can be interrupted
shut up!
at any time.
I don't want to talk to you right now. One of the biggest things you want to look out for when you're buying a US ATM is to make sure that this person knows all of its codes, all of his codes. I'm talking about the code in the bottom for the money, the code in the top to access the machine, the master code, and then there's another code that people don't talk about, which is your key master code, right? The key master code, it rarely ever gets changed because, dude, for you to get into that specific spot, you got to know where you're going. 2, you got to know the first master code. So like most people just leave it to the generic one, right? And tell me why I put the generic one. No. And like I can't find it, I can't figure out which one it is, and I'm like, bro, like what the hell? It's supposed to be all freaking zeros, right? Nothing. And then I'm over here trying to be freaking G.I. Joe, freaking rocket science hacker type of person. Like, I'm gonna figure this thing out. I'm trying every single sequence of numbers until I figure out the first one, the first code, right? Which is like 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm like, okay, cool. I got past the phase 1. Well, most smart people, will just repeat that first code to the next one or something very similar. Tell me why I cracked the first one, right? Hacker Chris hacks the first one, but the second master inside the master of masters of masters, I can't freaking hack, bro. And I'm over here ChatGPTing this thing, thinking I'm gonna be a hacker with ChatGPT, be like, hey, ChatGPT, give me all the possible codes that we can possibly get, knowing the fact that the first one is 1 2 1 2 1 2. You're not even ChatGPT, bro. Like, and tell me why. The reason why I'm so freaking heated on all of this stuff, bro, is the fact that every single time I get the code wrong, right? Every single time I get the code wrong, I have to wait 30 seconds to try another code. I am telling you right now that I tried so many codes, I literally forgot what code I already put in, and it was like, I put in like at least 50 fucking codes, bro. 50 freaking codes. You can do the math of how long it took me to freaking be. I got there, I don't even know, I think I got there at 2:30. I literally just left. It took me 2 hours. This install shouldn't have taken 2 hours, and I didn't even complete this install, and I still had to come back and do all this thing. And this is what people don't tell you about this business, bro. Like, not everything's gonna go perfectly, especially on installs, especially if you don't do it that often, like I don't, because I just buy them off of people. But like, at least I know what I'm like doing at this point. But like, either way, I wasn't even gonna be able to access it if I had the antennas, because I couldn't even get into this thing. If I don't put these codes in, then my communication thing is not gonna work. It's not gonna tell that robot to process the robot, and then this thing doesn't go anywhere. So now I'm in a predicament where the only way I can finally fix this, because I'm definitely not a freaking hacker, is I have to go and do some other hacking stuff. I'm gonna call it hacking, but it's not really hacking. I have to basically update the system, but I have to do a full-on, complete, rebooted update where like you never really do this, because you're gonna have to reset everything on the whole entire ATM. Like, you're gonna reset everything. So I just doubled the amount of work that I have to do to reconfigure everything. And to top this thing off, to make this even more complicated, right? Because like, it's not just a matter of like, I'm gonna go on my computer and like put this little code in, transfer the file, put the thing in the thing, and the thing is gonna go ahead and reboot and do all this stuff, right? It doesn't work like that, because these machines are like old and they run on just small little databases of software and CPU stuff, right? Like, this shit's so freaking small. It's not like a computer that has like all this complicated stuff, right? It's so freaking easy that it requires a 2 gigabyte USB. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in 2025. Do you understand what 2 gigabytes is? 2 gigabytes. 2 is the max that it can possibly do. Preferably, you're better off getting a 1 gigabyte USB. I don't know about you, but the last time I even saw a 2 gigabyte USB was when I was in like middle school or like freaking high school or something, dude. Like, I don't even remember the last time I even saw a 2 gigabyte USB. Like, I didn't even know people even made those things. Like, I can't even live off of 64 gigabytes on my phone, let alone even 256. I have 1 terabyte on my iCloud, bro. And you want me to use a 2 gigabyte USB to download this software and to reboot this ATM, bro? Like, And it uses a special Wi-Fi adapter if I was even gonna go down the Wi-Fi path. So I'm like, bro, at one point I cut my losses and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna deal with this stuff, dude. I'm not gonna deal with this stuff. Not today. It's Sunday. It's getting late. I have to drive back and it's an hour drive and I'm over this. I'm gonna figure this thing out tomorrow because I need time to download the software, do like that, and I just made a whole mess. And this reminds me back to the same video I told you guys about last time, dude. Because honestly, I could have prepared, right? I could have prepared. This is my fault. I blame myself. I always blame myself because, first of all, I trusted that freaking guy to have the freaking antennas, right? He was gonna have the freaking antennas and I was gonna be able to install quickly. I didn't open the box because I took his word that he was gonna have the freaking antennas. Turns out he freaking didn't. I should have opened the box. I should have even opened the box before I even left my house because I had extra antennas at my house. So I'm even more upset at me than anything else. And then I should have, before I even left the ATM, I should have freaking tried to get him to guess the master freaking password on these keys. But no, my ass thought, you know, I'm gonna give these people the benefit of the doubt. One, because this person does ATMs for a living, his employee, and I'm like, he's smart, he does installs all the time, I'm sure he knows what he's doing, he's gonna prepare me for success. Same thing with the other one. I'm like, bro, you run a business, you're smart, you have 2 ATMs, you're gonna set me up for success. This is what happens when you trust people. This is why I don't freaking trust anyone anymore, bro. Bro, I'd rather just do that shit myself because this shit happens. This stuff happens. But at the end of the day, it's my freaking fault. It's not the end of the world, but like, fuck, dude. I don't want to come back here another freaking day and deal with all this stuff because people don't realize when it comes to all of this stuff too, there's something called opportunity cost, right? Opportunity cost. That means doing something else, right? And what does it fucking mean? How do I explain this? Opportunity cost is basically the choosing to do something else, having the ability to basically choosing between 2 things, right? And the fact that you chose this one thing instead of the other thing, well, you won this thing, but you didn't get to get that other thing, right? That's opportunity cost, where you basically just gambled on this one thing, but you lost the opportunity of what could have been over there, right? Like, for example, tomorrow, yeah, I got a 10 o'clock appointment, but what if I wanted to go knock on doors? Now I'm losing on the opportunity to have knocked on doors and probably made a sale because I got to drive all the way over there, all the way back to Ventura and figure this thing out. So that's my whole entire day tomorrow. So I'm upset and I'm like, you know what, Chris, it's your fault. It's still your fault. It's always going to be your fault. Your fault. You're going to deal with this. There's no one else going to be coming to save you anyway. So like, it is what it is, and just go on your rant. And honestly, I feel better now because I'm like screaming at myself. So I'm upset, and when I get upset, I eat, and when I want to eat, I still try to stay healthy because we're on a fitness journey, but I decided to go do the best thing to make me happy, which is go to In-N-Out. So right now we're in this freaking line of In-N-Out, and this whole little rant has gotten me through halfway through the line. So let me calm down, and we're gonna give you a recap of what the game plan is, because right now I'm upset because this is horrible. Look. You see that? Dude, it is 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock. We're not even on the same freaking day, and we've barely finished installing this new ATM in this new location. I am so freaking tired, so over it. I don't even want to begin with. Like, if you guys made it this far in the video, bro, honestly, I appreciate you guys so much. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, because if you're here for ATM content, bro, I'm gonna be really freaking real with you today, because this whole experience of installing an ATM, bro, has like put me on, like, I'm so over this freaking type of situation. Like, I'm really freaking tired. So you guys saw in the beginning, like, right,
got the ATM, installed the ATM. This was supposed to be an easy freaking install, right? Drop it, set it up, good to go. Like literally how this last hour just went. I was supposed to be in and out within an hour, just be donezo. So tell me why, right? I bought this used machine, and for those of you guys that know or don't know, there's something that you have to change, like some super passwords inside the passwords that you need to change in order to create the connection, right? It's called like, it's a keypad password, right? Well, because I don't install these ATMs every often, right? I just buy them off of people. Sometimes I forget, or like I don't know so much, nor do I ever claim to know so much. Either way, this guy that I bought the machine didn't know this freaking password, and there's like 2 passwords, and then I guessed the password right, the first one, but I couldn't get the second one. So in my head, I started ChatGPT and Googling just to find out that, oh, you know, like maybe I can go ahead and just like do a software reset. Or like I can just change out like I was thinking I could just do a software reset. So I was gonna do a software reset, but before I did a software reset, one of my partners, like, you know, one of my business partners, or a buddy of mine in the ATM business, right? He's all like, oh, like, because I didn't explain to him properly. He's all like, oh, maybe you can just go ahead and like switch the main board, which is like this like computer that controls everything, right? Because that holds all the passwords. Well, he was thinking it was like the initial password. So I go all the way to his office, which is like on the other side of town. Imagine like a whole ass hour, right? And this is the next day. Pick up the main board, which is like the thing that I'm just gonna swap out, use his passwords while I go ahead and do the other one and software reset it on my own time. I drive all the way back to Ventura, right? Just to find out that the main board, and those of you that don't know, the Gen Mega has 2 different types of like series, because there's an old version, there's a new version. They practically almost look the same, but the main boards can be different, and then the screen might not connect to it. Change out the main board. This just one thing didn't fit, which was the thing that controls the screen. So at this point, I'm like, fuck, all right, well then this is not gonna work, obviously. So the next day, I'm like, all right, the only option is to do a software reset instead of doing this mainboard thing. Reason I didn't go to a straight software reset was because it takes a really freaking long time to factory reset the whole entire thing. So I'm like, okay, like I can just change the mainboard. Turns out the mainboard was wrong. So I start asking around, right? I got like a group chat. If you're not in the group chat in the Facebook groups, there's a Facebook group that I would recommend. It's called ATM Familia. I have another buddy of mine, Mario Rosa, who I talked to about, and I was all like, hey, like I have this issue, like what should I do? He's all like, well, it sounds like you just really have a keypad issue, bro. Like you can just change out the keypad or reset your keypad. I'm all like, what? I've resetted the keypad before. Why didn't I just think of that? Well, because I didn't freaking know, really. And my other machines are kind of old, so like I didn't really ever switch out a Gen Mega. I really never even have issues with Gen Megas. Like this is the first issue I ever had with a Gen Mega. I rarely ever have issues with Gen Megas. So he literally gives me these detailed instructions. But your boy Chris, again, this is the next day after the first day. So I'm 3 days into this whole location, right? Just driving back and forth, an hour back and forth, hour back and forth. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, instead of doing the software reset, let me try this keypad thing. You know, maybe it's the keypad. Maybe this will work. So I get there, and I'm rushing because I have a whole roofing appointment that I have to get to on the other side of freaking town, right? And I opened that thing up, and I'm like, okay, like, this looks like exactly like the picture he told me. And he clearly gave me the details of, like, hey, make sure that it's a B5 keypad, not a B3 keypad, because how you reset them is very, very, very important. And I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I look at the pictures, it looks the same because it has the same stickers, and then turns out that this was actually a B3 keypad and not a B5 keypad, and then I fucked up the keypad, bro. I messed up the whole entire keypad. Now this whole entire thing is gonna cost me more money because I gotta ship this keypad to go reset. So now I'm thinking, I'm all like, okay, I'm all the way out here without a freaking keypad. Now the whole issue is a whole complicated issue. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me drive to the store, see this, like there's a local place that sells ATM parts. Maybe they have it. Turns out they don't have it. So then I call my buddy and I'm like, hey, you got an extra keypad? And can I explain to him properly? And they're like, okay, yeah, that was a keypad thing. You didn't need the mainboard. I'm like, oh shit, what the fuck did I do? Luckily for me, he has an extra keypad, so I have to drive all the way back to Santa Ana, from Ventura to Santa Ana. That's a whole hour, maybe 2 hour drive. I pick up the keypad, go to my roofing appointment, try to sell my roofing appointment. It didn't freaking go. And then after my roofing appointment, I got 2 hour drive all the way to Ventura, right? Change out the keypad, put everything together, fix everything and all the diagnostics, called GPL, do the whole cigarette. I'm done. ATM works. ATM is good. ATM should make me money. And we're all happy. But this was my hardest ATM install. Not even the hardest. It was just hard because it was so much driving, bro. So much freaking driving. It was like hours and hours and hours. This is like what I call opportunity cost, right? Like, I could have been out there knocking on doors, trying to make more money, getting other sales. Instead, I was out here trying to fix an ATM. And this is one of the things you have to consider when you're like trying to get an ATM and get into the ATM business is how much are you going to drive, bro? Are you going to drive an hour away for one ATM that makes you $200-$400? Is that worth your time? Is that worth your time? Luckily for me, like, I have ATMs spread out through that Ventura area where, like, okay, for me, if this ATM makes me at least $300, I'm happy with it. Like, I'm truly happy with it, at least minimum. So, yeah, dude, that was like my ATM install. And I told you guys from the very beginning, like, something is going to happen. Something always freaking happens. That was maybe me putting, like, bad energy in the air. But, like, I'm so freaking over it, dude. I'm not even hungry. It's 10 o'clock. And this is the thing that most people don't freaking tell you, dude. This is what it takes to, like, kind of win, bro. This is what the ATM business kind of like entails sometimes, where like you're gonna have headaches, you're not gonna know what happens, you're gonna try to solve things, you're gonna troubleshoot things, and it's just like never gonna go your way sometimes, bro. You're gonna get home at 10 o'clock, and this is like the things that people don't say happens in the ATM business, bro. There's a lot of stuff that you have to know, stuff that you're gonna learn, stuff that you're gonna like burn through money on. Like, this may or may not be a good location. Like, ATM cost me $1,000. I had to buy this other card reader that I'll talk to you guys about later. I had to buy the modem that connects it because I do everything wirelessly. Plus the keypad, right? Freaking keypad. I have to go ship it out to get repaired because this no longer works. So I have to go pay, and it's gonna cost me another $200. I'm already like $1,700 plus the vaulting money. That's another $2,000. I'm about $4,000 into this machine. 2 of it doesn't count, sure, but like at least I'm $4,000 out. If I don't recoup my $4,000, right, and I need to make at least $300 a month, I'm at least, because I suck at calculators, at least 4,000 divided by $300. At least in 1 year, right? In about 1 year, I would be breaking even on this machine. 1 year, bro. I basically had to work for free for 1 year in order for me to break even on this machine. If that even happens, or I'm out and I have to change the location, I have to do so much and run through this whole entire thing all over again. But that is a day in the life of running an ATM business, guys. Guys, if you guys like this video, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm tired. I'm gonna go to sleep. I gotta be up early tomorrow and do this all over again. Either way, it's fun. I enjoy it. I love the fact that I get to fix problems just on the spot. It's part of the process, bro. So I'll see you guys next time.